Another Tridasi, Mahamahotsav. Vaishnavas are very happy today speaking in Hindi. Complaint petition. Always remember. We didn't know we could protest. Gurudev used to say, if you want to understand my moods, you have to learn Hindi. So seeing Prabhu's cheeks when he was speaking in Hindi, he was very happy. These barbs were coming out that won't come out in English.
1 year after one time speaking Hindi.
I don't complain. Why protest? I'm saying you're very happy. It was very good. I was happy. We were happy.
I'm happy with you and all.
We're only happy if you're happy. You were. I saw you were happy, so I was happy.
I'm never looking outside anything, not going, no meeting. I only near and the rear. Outside is only lake and dirty and Maya. Then all the people is meeting. Then I'm looking business face. Oh, I'm thinking I'm full of result. I was looking many persons. Oh, very happy. Nice day. Every day, big class, big program, Guru is present, his new devotees. Oh, then I'm thinking, where am I now? But I am looking at outside people, eating their food, meeting with them, talking with them, then it is for everything. That like in service, here is a Jew. Very nice. Now I'm very happy. People think it's other things, but now I'm very happy. One ODR, very nice.
So we've been hearing last few days about this. Balaji has this fire inside, this anger, black face, no happy. We've been hearing this. Why are you not happy? Where's your smiles? You know, because we know Nityananda, Premananda, Sevananda, Leelananda, all this Ananda should be very happy in bhakti, but seeing sometimes if we're not near Krishna, if the sun is shining but you stay in your cave, then you won't get the benefit of the sun. So these appearance days are like the sun. Nityananda Prabhu more compared to the moon. Moon is very cooling also. So sun is giving strength. Mahaprabhu is like the sun. He's also like the moon. And so these special days are very beneficial for the Balaji. And so.
Why can you take other Kamala Kotichanda Sripad? What is it? Kotichanda means moon light. What means? Means anybody coming from them is coming the people like sunshine, sun ray, reflection. Then sun rose, glory, mercy, kindness, nectar, actually are going in the field. Follow the moon. One moon arising, no. The sun rose more than follow moon. And he is happy and reflecting, everywhere heart is cooling. Everywhere to shining. Light is going everywhere, more than increasing. Once sun is rising, many places inside water, inside glasses, are reflecting. But sun is solar, you know, sun solar, who is solar? Trees. Trees are solar. They are taking all sun power. It is very strong. Therefore, if firewood inside is not fire. Man, human has little power, fire, but trees have lot of fire. Why they collecting water and sun? Mr. Nityananda original system, merciful, very great scholar. For Nityananda mercy going anywhere, they are more increasing cooling. Like telling AC Bhakti air condition, no, air cooler, no, they are very nice. Avacharan is cooling food. This everybody is taught with the most mercy, but there is mercy see more increasing. Yeah, like Badaina, Mama Badaina. Same Nitanru, Chandra, Nita, Avatino, Sikarno, Parishino, Sadisharu. Govade, Pushpanto, Chitrashando, Tamandu. Both, same time sun and moon, never arising. But same time arising, sun and moon. But one moon, no. Anything, billion color. Why telling like this? On reflection, as it is generally empirical, as it is in some will be there, and there are two things, pulling all others. Until living entity, animals, all what? Pulling. So this Nita is Nikto, like Sanatan, eternal. But other soul is eternal, but soul no understand. So this eternal things is how coming over here? So all are understanding eternal things. Yeah. This is necessary relationship. So this relationship for his came, he is going door to door. You are and I am not going, but he is going door to door. Abaddo Koruna Sindhu Katiya Mohan. Ghare ghare bullet train, Amiyarova. Abaddo Koruna Sindhu. Different dam or stop. Not possible going everywhere. One time, cut. Bolo down to. Hey, no, this dam broken. Cut. The flow is going now. Everywhere going. No thinking. Higher and lower. No thinking. Oh, how going next of Muslim, Isai, Christian, Buddha, Jaini, Parsi, Yudi, Hindu. This. Santa, Purvil, Munda, Hasa, Hasiya, Naga, Jaltiya, many castes, many religions, but it will not be. This is not religion, this is not caste, please use this. Only go as your idea. Then, he is breaking them and all giving through. He is giving. Or how going? Holding and catching. Oh, one time you chanting Harinam. Oh, please, you chanting. This crocodile just still bhato. Kulu very very dhan is. Patwas sansaramati karmadaya muilage. Ida pahus pototi. Rotan. What say? You can do it one time you chanting. Very very turning. One time. Enough for your life. All responsibility mine. After I am weak, helping all can be continued. Everybody is near going. Mahaprabhu sending firstly all India to what? Now need all countries, everywhere needed.
So we hear the Vaishnavas, the associates going door to door. Also we see the Vaishnavas, they also travel all over the world as representatives of Lord Nityananda. They also go door to door and they're begging. But they're not begging for money. They're begging, please you take the holy name. This is one speciality. Sometimes we see the sannyasis, the Uttariya, and they're like this. Give me this, give me that, one roti, some aloo. But they're begging, but they're not begging for this. They're not begging for 1 kg milk. No, they're saying you take the name of Nitai, you take the name of Gaura. So this, because they know this supreme wealth, this Paramananda, this Prem Param Artha, this wealth, everyone in the material looking for material wealth. This wealth is no value. So people would think, oh, Gurudev is going to the West, he's collecting. Actually, Prabhupada also, he got American money and he used it with the Vedic wisdom, so they married those things together and helped to expand Krishna consciousness. But they don't need. They have this supreme wealth and they're only begging for everyone. So when Nitai Prabhu he came to Vrindavan, he was what he's doing, looking for Krishna. He's everywhere he's looking. Where's Krishna? Where's Krishna? And he was becoming frustrated. And he's saying, "Oh, he's in Navadvip. He's there. You have to find him there." But even actually, we've heard he came to Mathura and he found a stone that Kamsa had dashed the babies of Vasudeva and Devaki. These children, Kamsa dashed those babies' heads on this rock. And that bloodstained rock, Nityananda he saw this rock. He became very angry. And now he's looking for Krishna, and he's seeing this, having this impression of this. He brought anger in his heart, and he threw that rock into the Jamuna. So this is, I'm speaking this passage because this is always very nice to hear from the Vaishnavas how this, even such a rock that was used for such a demoniac thing, once it was touched by Lord Nityananda, then it had relationship. And this is the most important thing. We always glorify the feet of the Vaishnavas, the feet of the Lord, the lotus feet. Why is that? You know, because there's some etiquette in how we should approach the Lord and how we should approach the Vaishnavas. Sometimes we get a little bullish, you know. You see sometimes with Gurudev, you know, the devotees that have relationship with Gurudev, they can be quite forceful, a bit fearless. One time Prabhu told me, hey, I'm not scared of Gurudev. Sometimes Gurudev speaking in English, then the Indian devotees, hey Gurudev, no, it's Hindi bolo, Hindi janta. And Gurudev is saying, why I'm speaking Hindi to you guys? He said, I've been preaching to you for 30, 40 years, and you're still worshipping Ganesh in your homes, and Saraswati, and your ancestors. I speak in English now. So like this is kind of battle for Gurudev's heart and words that they'll speak in English, we'll speak in Hindi. But anyhow, we have to approach humbly. My position, I cannot push. You know, even Gurudev said one time he sat equally on the level of Param Gurudev, like equal, like in some kind of Vishram, some kind of intimacy. He said, oh, I wouldn't do it again, but he did one time. So this very beautiful relationship with the Vaishnavas is so important to approach. And why approach? You approach the feet. If you approach the feet, this has some special mercy.
India, everywhere I am preaching. And now I am my all nectar and all food, everything I give you. You now distributing, Western country. Everywhere. I'm going everywhere, then you carry me, I'm going with you, and I'm helping you. But what? You can do stupid type of Lila. One is Brasilia, German word, and the other is Lila. During that time, we try to help him. Mahaprabhu, that is the Krishna Karunya, the other service, other than the younger sister, and very story with this, serving. But that news is nobody unknown, nobody not known. But that news is, Rupa Dhamma, only this Mandirva of Krishna, is spreading in everywhere is this. There is two things. Mandirva Krishna, the Ananga Mandir without his mercy, not possible. Then, Silva Mandir Karakta Bad Badi, Ostendra Mandana Vijay Kanastaka, Maha Mudita Kamagori, Sambhavan, Samakis Tabakin Desh. When that time Rami, I am under the Mandir and doing and learning of service. Without Ananga Mandir permission, not any Mandir that is. Not self-sufficient. In Mandirva, we have Bhagavan, Bhagavan, Krishna. Lastly, with the week, describing, transcribing, helping, we can go for the solution. It's pulling all that. After pulling, no self-sufficient giving, no pure existence, so much Sattva not giving. Then, we got not permanent, residency and permission, where is permanent service solution. That Ananga she is helping or living entity after the relationship of Nikaship not even if control social mass. One side is Nikai, going door to door, collecting, making strong, qualified, giving Swarup Satta, Siddhi, and Swarup now. भाव संबंधी भाव संबंध भाव भावानुकूल भावमय fruitful feeling and after service but what thinking you can do this is good way you can do this especially taking collecting it very easy then Krishna people mostly anybody meeting with the Guru they are thinking sharing but in India very difficult what difficulty is Guru Varga looking here is this hospital. Most people have no this other mentality. They don't know demigod, they don't know demon, they don't know who's and who is. They have no idea for any other thing. Anything is giving with this like fresh seeds, harmony. Now, ultimately, plowing and cleaning and giving seeds, that is good. And big jungle, forest, garden, they are aiming to million that aim to also drop jungle and stone and bone. Long time later, his house, farmhouse, nice house. That is very easily. Then we were saying, farming for his heart is good, right? There are no other pieces. There is Nava, there is many of this about many philosophies, many of this like this Sampradaya after this Panchapasana, the people looking like this pattern, like this picture like this. The people sitting to washing, cleaning, like only one time telling, look, one teacher near, two students come. One student is yelling. He said, oh, you're teaching harmonium? Say yes. So, how much fee? You know anything? Yes. So, you have what is it? I know how. Sorry, I'm a partner, Brisa, anything like that. And say, I need 1 month, 1,000. And then other students come asking, would they be teaching harmonium? Yes. How much taking the money? Do you know harmonium? I see harmonium, but I cannot dance. I don't know anything. Okay, then I am teaching in here. 100 rupees. He say, I know everything. And you tell him 1,000 rupees. And he don't know anything. And you 100 rupees. Say yes. Learn. Thank you. Now I am teaching the learning. You are dirty, contaminated, polluted. I am cleaning for headache meat. You learn it. E, A, Sa, Re, 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 Ra, Ma, Pa, 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 you are P, 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 P. Passing this cleaning. The Indian people cleaning for mentality. Dirty, contaminated, polluted. Very difficult. You go in Bengal, they are telling, hey, don't eat fish. That is why not. Now once you go to every day eating fish. Other countries tell hey, you don't eat other meat. Hey, go to eat snack. Why not eat snack? Snack, dragon dance. They have this knowledge going, dragon dance. So keep making snack and carrying the snack and dancing down. So people mentality, contaminated, hospital. My understanding is good. This thing cleaning for purification for very needs. Not was said. The Nityananda Guru, how much being austerity these people for? But Western countries, no need enough. But only one position they have, there is. Thinking, this body is everything. They don't know mind also. They don't know soul. And very easily, body to get detached and giving this attachment with his soul. Very easy, not too much hard work. Tell me, Radha Krishna is teaching God, Lord, serving. That time is studying also. And Indian people, oh, one life going teaching. No, today Durga Devi, they are Navaratri. Following Navaratri. Many Indian people Diksha taking after they following Navaratri. And what is Navaratri? No, Durga Devi will be discharged. I am fasting. Indian president also following this Navratri, no eating, fasting, injected. Then Prime Minister, oh, then you give a complete khichdi. Then this washing for me, they wash chemical with acid, not acid. This is called minded people. It's very difficult. Western country people has no idea. One time, Guru Bhagavad giving this respect, faith, this is called this causes mercy nectar. The nectar is going and there is automatic work starting. But no doubt. This doubt is big looking place. Gurudev telling mantra chanting. Oh Gurudev, you have more mantra? Giving you the Harinam chanting, but this is not is good. Do you have any other mantra? You give me? Then what telling? One is practically, Gurudev, you have other mantra? I need some siddhi. Please give me other mantra. But they have no value of mantra. Nityananda what saying? একবার দেখলে চোখে জল ওর বলে নিতাইলেন সকাল সম্ভব শ্রদ্ধাবান জন এই শ্রদ্ধাবান জন প্রভুর আজ্ঞায় ভাই মাঙিয়ে ভিক্ষা বল কৃষ্ণ ভজ কৃষ্ণ কর কৃষ্ণ শিক্ষা ইহা বই আর না বলিব বলাইবা দিবা অবস্থানে আসি আমারে করিব মহাপ্রভু's order go door to door begging and telling chanting Krishna and learning how I am serving Krishna, how I will be qualified within Krishna. But Nityananda for Nityananda actively going door to door and with distributing. What? If Mahaprabhu's order made and then people is accepting, then that will be good policy. But Nityananda one day gone down to the family, palace, big palace, and he is gone within or Sankirtan family. Very angry, very disturbed. Don't enter, don't come here. You are worshipping cowards, boy. Don't you go our house here. No, here is Durga Devi's temple. Mata Mandir. You will not come here. You will not worship me, Devi Mata, Adya Mata. So you go outside. Myself has not room for here sitting for Kirtan for. You are sitting me. Okay. Now there is coming election. Then you understand. Any Guru Vaishnava for no room, Hari Kirtan for no room, no place, then they are definitely. You think I am dirty, you are clean, coming, your near is very clean person. Then time to left and gone, some time after, till they do Badsha. Recently, sending lot of soldiers are coming. They going, everything stealing, killing cows, and there is cooking, there is temple, and they will breaking all, more temple, or everything stealing or killing all families, or and stealing everything around. So Nityananda Prabhu disobey, they are not following how much punishment coming, but Nityananda Prabhu never giving anybody chance, not any. Only Harikirtan was bhaktas for who must himself anything telling, he never giving answer. But bhaktas for no room, Kirtan for no place, or your don't insult me. You are cowards who are serving. They go outside. That is your room. Also Nityananda not disturbed. Nityananda gone, came inside. And he is gone, digging, all clean. That places, throwing, washing his powder. Nityananda puts the bit there to the cleaning. How much? Now, bus, village to village, town, everything is one person is starting, before also he is starting Vedas Thakur. Vedas Thakur was sending prostitutes. Why all respecting like that? Why not me? He is trying many things. First, little, after Krishna goes with his big face, then his destroy life. Then the cutting neck and playing football. And stealing all ladies, making the bed. And all experience. Which I eating, when they get higher, then therefore, Gurudev is very happy with his Prabhupada or happy with his Western country. Now Indian, many sadhu sages all go in Western country, all Mayavati go in Western country, Adya Samadhi go in Western country, all Sampradaya, Ramanujan, Bharati, all Sampradaya going there, many Brahmins going there. They think Indian, nobody following and they are very nice. But they are money, business, money going for they are contaminated and what? First, giving money. Anyhow, cheating, yoga, moga, teaching, right? This exercise, this and that, and dharna, that's only money. But not giving this, but these two distributors are very rare. Very rare. Munishanam Saraswati, Kasi Jati Siddha, Yatanandi Siddharam, Kasi Mandati Chakata. Very rare distributor is about the Purnasindhu Kapiya Mahan, Ghare Ghare Bule Prem, Umyare Bhan. He distributor very rare. So, Bolo, I am speaking very well, you will not stop there.
So we heard some speciality there. Ananga Manjari, her permission is giving. And when Gurudev came to the West, he was also looking our Gaudiya Mats. It's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Radha Krishna. And where's Nitai? Generally, because one has to be one tattva. ISKCON, they're doing Panchatattva. They're doing Gaur-Nitai, Radha Krishna, Krishna Balaram. All three, but that's three separate pujaris. Everything is separate, and so how the Gaudiya Mat are doing this one pointed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Radha Krishna. And Guru Nityananda is present in Sri Guru, so when Gurudev came to the West, and this topic came up, we heard a little bit in the morning. They were, Brajanath was worshipping Gaur-Nitai, and always remember Gurudev saying, we had one devotee in England, Gaur Govindamar's disciple, and he had this Gaur-Nitai, very attached to his Gaur-Nitai, but he couldn't reconcile, and he would try and, he used to have a tape recorder at Heathrow Airport on those conveyor belts, he was trying to get the tattva from Gurudev. Gurudev said, no problem, you worship Gaur-Nitai. And in the future, then later, you mature into Radha and Krishna worship. So he's never minimizing Nitai. But this speciality that Gurudev was giving, that we're thinking of Gurudev, his manifestation, Nityananda Prakash. But then higher than that, also this Radha Dasyam that's being carried in Gurudev's heart. This treasure is also coming with Gurudev. Who's distributing this? This mercy also is not distributed so freely. But Gurudev being his caliber of who he is, and having permission of Ananga Mandari, he's distributing this treasure. And therefore we heard that when Raghunath Das, he came to Lord Nityananda, and then he from a distance, he paid his obeisances to Lord Nityananda. And then word got to Lord Nityananda, oh, feet, come here, this feet, because he's paying obeisance from a distance. So have his relationship with, and you see with Gurudev, anyone, and with Srila Prabhupada also, anyone that made any small connection with Srila Gurudev, with Srila Prabhupada, even 20 years, 40 years later, they remember this one thing, that connection was never broken. So especially the Vaishnavas, they like everyone to come close to them. Qualified or not qualified, they want to give mercy to everyone. So Lord Nityananda, by force, he brought Raghunath Das close. He put his feet on the head of Raghunath Das, and he was saying, okay, Now we punish you. Now you have to feed all the Vaishnavas. This is your punishment. This is not punishment. So very quickly Raghunath arranged for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of Vaishnavas to be fed. And so what is it, what we've heard from the Vaishnava, what is the meaning of this feeding? That even in the Ganges they were in Prayag, so that in the water there was no room for anything. People were in the Ganges taking this chip rice festival, and Mahaprabhu was also there. But the purport is without this manjari mood that was being distributed by Raghunath Das, he was, without their Mahaprasad, then how will Jiva get any benefit? So in Kali Yuga, the ultimate benefit was being distributed through the medium Raghunath Das with this festival. But Gurudev also, he's giving this manjari mood. And that mercy is Nitai, but also with Ananga Manjari. So we're very lucky to come into touch with such an elevated philosophy. And that relationship is with the Vaishnavas. We saw in many years in Kartik, when the donkey party, they needed to do their seva team, and no one giving any place. We just hearing, you give place to the Vaishnavas, you let Gurudev in the West also. They're giving any place for Gurudev? Don't come, bang, you don't come to our temple. We respect you from distance. You can come. Like Gurudev would say, you can use the bathroom, you can pass water, but don't pass stool. Gurudev would make this statement. That means you come to our temple, but don't speak. You can come for darshan, but don't open your mouth. So how is this? What will be the result if Nityananda's representative is not honored? And we also saw with the Sevak team in Kartik, no place was given. You go to storeroom, you stay in storeroom, you sleep there with the rice and with the dal on the wet floor. You stay there. Yeah. And now speaking of working together, where was working together 20 years ago? Who was working together then? So not so easy to, it's very important. When we see now, what is the situation? If the Vaishnavas are respected and a place is given, then how is the atmosphere that's created? And any Vaishnavas coming, they come here, they're respected and they're honored and they're given place, they're given garlands, they're fed, they're given prasad. So this place in Vrindavan Dham, Seva Kunj, is a very special place that Vaishnavas can come from all over the world. They can hear Hari Katha and they can get this family atmosphere wherever. You don't see, even just the other, not so long ago, one devotee came, he said, since Gurudev left, it's been like desert. He said, now I've come here to Radha. How's family? It's like when we were with Gurudev, this family mood, everyone happy, everyone's working together, everyone doing seva, everyone giving chances. He said, I missed this for 20 years, where is it gone? It was here. But for us, it never left. Yeah? We're so lucky to be in the seva party, donkey party. There always place, good place for seva, good opportunity, kirtan. So the Vaishnavas, they're making a place. This is Sandini Shakti. They're making a platform. This is Nityananda's mercy, that there is a platform. Without the platform, nothing can grow. So Lord Nityananda, he's making this platform, and by the grace of the Vaishnavas, they're doing this seva for the Bhadajis, so that they can build relationship with Vaishnavas, relationship with Vrindavan Dham, and relationship with Thakurji, and everything can flourish by the mercy of Lord Nityananda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I offer my Sastananda pranams unto the lotus feet of our most worshipful Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Srishmad Bhakti Vinat Narayan Goswami Srila Guru Maharaj, Dwarupana Guru Varga, and all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So the mercy of Srila Gurudev and Vaishnavas, we're very lucky of serving this Nityananda Trayodasi appearance day of Lord Nityananda, Sri Vrindavan Dham, and as well feeling undifferent from Navadvip Dham. We have our Panchatattva here, and this morning we did our Abhishek only by mercy of the Vaishnavas who know Panchatattva, who know Lord Nityananda. Then truly Lord Nityananda can appear in our hearts. So first we are indebted to Vrindavan Das Thakur by his Chaitanya Bhagavat, and we can have some glimpse of the identity, the personality of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And of course, by festivals like today, Nityananda Trayodasi, that's why it's the appearance day, because it gives the chance that really Lord Nityananda can appear, especially when we hear from the Vaishnavas, who are themselves a manifestation of Sri Nityananda. He said Nityananda is Akhanda Guru Tattva. He is the, like in one chapter in Chaitanya Bhagavat, described as the Seva Vigraha Murti of Mahaprabhu. So many descriptions. So with today's celebrations, then we're hearing from the Vaishnavas, then somehow he can appear little by little, every year, then little by little, more and more. And we can understand now, that's why on Lord Nityananda's appearance day, then we see everyone happy because some relationship is there. And so we're experiencing some happiness. Just his name, it says Nitya Ananda, eternal happiness. So, so many things to speak about Lord Nityananda, but it's like diving into ocean. But especially one thing I felt like as an offering this time, understanding that sometimes when we speak of Lord Nityananda, there's always this feeling that Lord Nityananda cannot give this gopi prem. Therefore we have to say that of course in Krishna Leela, Ananga Manjari, there's some that type of separation. But then when it comes to Lord Nityananda, then there's also the same kind of feeling that he may not, like this. But we have to understand, although Lord Nityananda is Baladev, yes, he is Baladev, none different, but there's some speciality. Like Krishna and Mahaprabhu, none different. But as Krishna has unfulfilled desire. He's not able to taste Radha's mood. He wants to taste that, like this. So, but as Mahaprabhu, he's tasting this. So, in Krishna Leela, then Baladev, we know, Baladev is serving in all, and is described as the reservoir of all the rasa. But in Madhurya Rasa, then he has to be on the virtue of his, by the power of his Shakti, then as Ananga Manjari is serving. But then Mahaprabhu Leela, Mahaprabhu we have to know, Mahaprabhu relishing the moods of Radha and absorbing that supreme bliss, then Mahaprabhu mad, wanted to distribute also, service to that. So then, Lord Nityananda, Baladev, now coming as a servant. And he said, directly, he's distributing this. And we can see directly in the words of Vrindavan Das Thakur, when he was in Panihati, 3 months, nobody was sleeping, nobody was eating. And we just heard this pastime of Raghunath Das Goswami. He was feeding the devotees. That's in Panihati. I think that's after the 3 months. So, for 3 months, everyone was mad in Kirtan. And it said like even little kids, they're very strong and they're jumping from roof, like from the trees, and like this. They're just absorbing kirtan. At one point, even Mahaprabhu came, and but they cannot see Mahaprabhu. They only smell some flowers. He said the Damanaka. First, there's Kadamba flowers, and then after that, the Damanaka flowers. And then Lord Nityananda telling like, you know what is this smell from? Where is this from? It's from the garland that Mahaprabhu is wearing. He's somewhere here hiding and he's watching you. And he wants to see everyone dance in kirtan. And like this. And then from that, then everyone was dancing. And Lord Nityananda said that he's shooting arrows of flame from his eyes like this. And everyone just absorb in, become mad in praying. And directly it says there that at this point, Lord Nityananda was distributing that love of the gopis glorified in Srimad Bhagavatam. So directly is saying like that. So Lord Nityananda was distributing that to these devotees. Like this. So Lord Nityananda at this point is distributing. And therefore we can see this is his speciality. We always say that the mercy of Mahaprabhu is like this Madhurya Kadambini, like this rose of very thick, like rain cloud. And from that, then big shower making flood, like this. So what is this mercy? This is all his associates, including the whole Panchatattva. It's like this. So this song of Lochandas Thakur, Elo Gaura Rasamadi. So he's describing this. Oh, now this Gaura Desh is now flooded with prem. And he's saying that Lord Nityananda is that wind that pushes this cloud to those places where this prem is not showering. So that's how merciful Lord Nityananda. He sees where is this prem not going? Okay, he's pushing this. So that's one analogy. Like now we just heard this analogy that Lord Nityananda broke the dam. That's also an analogy of Lochandas Thakur. He broke this dam. But here also in Ilogura Rasanadi, he said he's like the wind assisting and pushing this Kadambini and to those places where there's no showers of rain, like this. So in the mantra for the Panchatattva, he said, Panchatattva Atmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataram Bhakta Kyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So he said that Krishna, his very Atma is in these five truths. Panchatattva. Atmakam Krishna. What is that? Bhakta Rup, Bhakta Swarup, Bhakta Avatar, Bhakta Shakti, and the Bhakta. Now, who is Lord Nityananda? He is Bhakta Swarup. Lord Chaitanya is Bhakta Rup. And I think I've mentioned this before. Why is Mahaprabhu is Rup and Lord Nityananda is Bhakta Swarup? In this world, we can have some understanding. There is some difference between Rup and Swarup. When we say the Swarup, that is really the personality of the person, or the person himself. So when you say, here in this world, you are not the body. The body is the Rup. But you, the person, the real Swarup is not this body. Like this. Of course, in the spiritual world, the Rup and the Swarup really is the same. But now when you said Mahaprabhu is Bhakta Rup. Why? Because first we have to understand who is Bhakta. Bhakta is really who is the shelter of this bhakti. They are the lovers. Krishna is the enjoyer, the Bhakta is the enjoyer. Meaning the servant. Really, that's the Swarup of the Bhakta, servant. So Mahaprabhu, he saw their devotees, especially Srimati Radharani, they're experiencing so much happiness. He wants to enjoy also that. His mood really is enjoyer. But now, he also wants to enjoy as a devotee. So now he has come as a devotee. But really in that mood, I will enjoy this. Because he's the supreme enjoyer. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. So now he's come in the form of a devotee. Really in that mood to enjoy. But Lord Nityananda, he's Bhakta Swarup. Why? Because Baladev, we have to understand, Baladev is not different from Krishna. But there's some difference. And what is that? Their moods. Krishna mood is he is Savior, and Baladev mood is he is Sevak. So from the very Swarup is always there, service. So now, this is Lord Nityananda. His very Swarup really is Bhakta. And therefore, even when he appears to be like an enjoyer, like so many people don't understand. Now he has all these different ornaments, and they're criticizing Lord Nityananda. So they don't understand. He may appear like an enjoyer, but really his Swarup is there to enjoy. One time, one classmate of Mahaprabhu, he came to Puri to complain on Lord Nityananda. Because we know Lord Nityananda was sent by Mahaprabhu to Bengal to preach. But then, there, he said, this classmate of Mahaprabhu came and telling, oh, I have so many doubts on Nityananda. He said, like, he's supposed to be sannyasi. But sannyasi should not even be touching metals. But he's got so many these ornaments. He's got rings and earrings, and he doesn't have a danda, but now he has this iron rod, like carrying this. So then Mahaprabhu very strongly warned this Brahmin. And he told the story of the sons of Marichi. That just because they smiled at Lord Brahma, they didn't even criticize. They just smiled at Lord Brahma when Brahma became attracted to his daughter. And so then, what happened? They have to come to this world and suffer, and they have to be killed like this. So, he said, Lord Nityananda, he said, oh. Then he's telling some slokas on like Lord Shiva. Like you cannot imitate Lord Shiva, he may drink poison, but you cannot do. So he said, in Lord Nityananda's body is the ornaments, is the angas of bhakti. And he's saying that even if Lord Nityananda accepts the hand of a Yavani, some outcast lady or some Muslim Yavani like this, or he goes to a wine shop, so he will remain worshipable, his lotus feet will be worshipable by Lord Brahma. And actually Mahaprabhu made that Brahmin now have so much faith on Lord Nityananda that when he returned, he asked forgiveness from Lord Nityananda and he received Lord Nityananda's mercy. So when we know this one chapter in Bhagavatam, in Chaitanya Bhagavat, when Lord Nityananda returned to Puri, he said that he was in this garden and he was unconscious. Mahaprabhu came and he saw Lord Nityananda and he circumambulated Lord Nityananda while reciting that verse that he told to the Brahmin, that even if he holds hand in hand with some Yavani and goes on a wine shop, he said, Satya, 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 like this is the truth, this is the truth. He will always be worshipable by Lord Brahma, like this. And so when he said, when Lord Nityananda came into external senses and he saw Lord Chaitanya, then you cannot imagine, you cannot describe how happy he was. He was also glorifying Mahaprabhu. And both of them were doing parikrama each other and they're embracing, crying and falling like unconscious and coming back in external. We can have a glimpse of how much love they have of each other. So it is said that after that meeting, also it says that Lord Nityananda, he came to see Jagannath. And this is from the summary of Prabhupada on the chapter. He said that when he saw Jagannath, he was in Mahabhav and he became unconscious like this. Then after that, he visited Gadadhar Pandit and he was bringing this gift of rice and cloth for Gopinath. So then in this particular pastime, it actually showed there, how much love Gadadhar Pandit to Lord Nityananda. Now we have this idea, Gadadhar Pandit is Radharani. Is that but here there's no this thing like in Krishna Lila, that Baladev cannot come to, and Krishna and Radha cannot be together when Baladev is there. In Gaur Lila, nothing like that, because there's only one rasa, and they're all servants of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they're there to help Mahaprabhu relish the moods of Radha. So it said Gadadhar Pandit was speaking Bhagavatam, but when Lord Nityananda came, immediately he gave up his speaking Bhagavatam and he approached immediately Lord Nityananda. And he said, it was Vrindavan Das Thakur was saying that, oh, Gadadhar Pandit, if he sees anyone offending Lord Nityananda, then he will never see that person. He will never be with that person. Like this. So he said, those who love Lord Nityananda, then they will know who Gadadhar Pandit. And those who love Gadadhar Pandit, then they will know Lord Nityananda. He's saying like that. And so here, then it describes that the three of them were there. And for many days also, like they would always come together. Especially at that day, Gadadhar Pandit, he cooked. He cooked the rice, he made nice preparation. And Mahaprabhu came and said, why not inviting me? Whether I'm invited or not, I will join like this. And said, why I am deprived of Nityananda's like special gift of rice cooked by Gadadhar and now becoming prasad of Gopinath like this. So anyway, here then we can see, oh, they've got very intimate relationship with each other, and they were there together, the three of them. In Krishna Lila, this is not possible, but here it is there, and Lord Nityananda, Gadadhar, they're there assisting Mahaprabhu. So Lord Nityananda is Bhakta Swarup, and as Bhakta Swarup, he is the very manifestation of this bhakti, and we can see that that's why Mahaprabhu glorifying him. People, they see material conception, like, oh, he's wearing these ornaments. But Mahaprabhu is saying that his very body is the only for service of Krishna, not for his own enjoyment. And Lord Nityananda himself, he said that whatever I'm doing is only because of you. He's telling to Mahaprabhu, you desire that I become sannyasi. I was taking this like base of a sannyasi. Then later on, it is also your desire that now I'm wearing all these ornaments. Oh, Lord Nityananda, we know he had 2 wives. Like this. But anyone who can understand by mercy of the Vaishnavas, and they can understand that everything is really for the service of this distribution of this prem, and also for helping Mahaprabhu relish all the moods of Srimati Radharani. So today, Lord Nityananda's appearance day, we can actually have a glimpse. Like right now, we get attached, we get attracted to Vaishnavas. They have so many, they're very affectionate, they're very tolerant. They know how bad we are, but they're tolerating, and they're very patiently like helping us to progress in our bhakti. But then we can just understand, oh, these Vaishnavas, they are like portions of Lord Nityananda. This quality is there in full on Lord Nityananda. All the gurus in this world, so many very nice qualities. But really, they're all these gurus, they're one as Lord Nityananda. All the good qualities is there in Lord Nityananda. So therefore, it's Akanda Guru Tattva, undivided principle of Guru. So by mercy of the Vaishnavas, and we are able to celebrate, observe this very auspicious time, and we can pray to them that truly we can have some realization, understanding, and get the mercy of who is Lord Nityananda, get his mercy so that we can be established in this line and receive the gifts of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his family.